Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08 and welcome to the 18th episode of my second 1 billion iron ingot challenge. In today's episode, I'm going to set up some automatic ore processing for my new facility. Now obviously right now I'm at my old facility, and that's because I need to make some impulse item duct. Now to make impulse item duct, it's actually pretty simple. If we find impulse item duct right here, we can just take regular item duct and throw it in a fluid transposer with energized glowstone. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. In my inventory right now, I have 120 item duct, and for the energized glowstone, I am going to use energized netherrack. Now for each one of these impulse item ducts, I will need 200 millibuckets of energized glowstone. So basically, what I'm going to be using is this energized netherrack, like I said, and each energized netherrack provides 1000 millibuckets or 1 bucket of energized glowstone. So basically I need 120 divided by 5, which I think is 24, if my math is correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop the energized netherrack in here, and then I'm going to plop the item duct in here, and that's going to take a little bit to make this impulse item duct, but not really too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on this to finish up, and I will be right back when it is done. And now my impulse item duct is done. It's right here. Basically, it is just an upgraded version of the item duct. It transfers items much quicker. So now let's go over to the new base and let's start setting stuff up. Now I have a new building. It is the copper building right there, and that will be used for the ore processing. Today I will be setting up kind of like the base level of it. I will not be setting up the whole thing because in the future I will definitely expand this, but I am going to make it highly expandable because obviously I'm going to have a lot of extra room here. Now I have 3 floors on this. I have a basement level down here, which I'm not going to use today. And then a first level and a second level. Today I will be setting up these 2 levels. So let's get started. The first level is going to be dedicated to pulverizers. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rip out this floor here, and I'm actually going to do the same thing on the second floor above me because these 2 systems are going to be set up very similarly, and that's because just to make it easier on me, and in general just to make it easier, I guess. So that's this is the first step, is just tearing this up. The next step is going to be setting up some item conduits and some vibrant energy conduit, or ender energy conduit as well. So let's get those 2 things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out a whole row of this, and then I'm going to do item conduit together with it. And then up here I'm going to do the very same thing. Hopefully, this will go pretty easily. So far, so good. Fantastic. So the next step here is going to be, I'm going to set up here is going to be my furnaces. So my furnaces will be set up. I think I can just go ahead and set them up like this. Yeah, I can. I should be able to. I don't see any reason, at least not right now, why I can't. I also have elevators in the front corners of this building, so that'll be nice to have. Next up, I'm just going to place the pulverizers in exactly the same fashion. Whoops. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is actually going to take a little while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these pulverizers and the redstone furnaces, and I'm going to configure them all the same way. They will be blue on the bottom and orange on the top. And all of the machines, all the pulverizers, all the redstone furnaces need to be configured like this. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera. Once I have all of that done, I will be right back. Now that I have all of the pulverizers and redstone furnaces configured that way, I actually need to configure the item conduits underneath to be insert, and they need to be insert only. Once again, I need to do this with a lot of the item conduit, or all of the item conduits actually. So this is going to take a little while. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up off camera. It's just literally me doing this over and over again. Once I have that done, I will be right back. Now I have all of the item conduits configured. Let's go ahead and throw up some impulse item duct, and simply I'm just going to lay them up above all of the machines. This is pretty easy. I also need to do it to the redstone furnaces up above. So let me do that real quickly, and then I think it's about time we configure some of our item buffers. So I think on the left side, I'm going to go ahead and put the output modular storage units, and these will essentially just take up the items that are coming from the redstone furnaces. Now, because of the way thermal expansion works, these machines will be automatically able to output items into the item duct, and it will flow into the only location where it can, which will be these modular storage units on the end. Now, I need to go ahead and do this for the pulverizers down below as well. So I need to set this up, put a unit in it, and then put one more impulse item duct, and all of the items should flow from the pulverizers into this modular storage unit, and then up above, all of the items should flow from the redstone furnaces into that modular storage unit. Now lastly, I need, or not lastly, but to complete the item circuit, I guess, I need to go ahead and put a modular storage unit right here on this corner, and then I need to do the same above. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. And I also need to put a tier 1 storage module in both of them. I forgot to do the one below, but that's not a big deal because I was coming down here anyways. And then I need to take some item conduit and I need to put it right here. And this needs to be extract. In the future, I will definitely need to put some speed upgrades on this, but for right now, it should definitely be enough. I should have enough throughput that it won't really matter, so not too worried about that. So let's go ahead and set this to extract only. The next thing is I need to actually get items into these modular storage units. Now I'm going to set up the pulverizer one first because that is most important, because most of the items that we will be furnishing will be coming from the pulverizer, so obviously I need to set this up first. So what I have is I have some export buses. And for right now, you know what? I actually should move this modular storage unit, this one in particular. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to bump it over, and that's because I want to have as many of the export buses on it as I can. So if I put it right here, I can put export buses on all 3 sides here. And then let's just link that up with some covered cable, which I know I have somewhere. And then I think what we can do is run some ME. You know what? Actually, no, that won't be a big deal. We can just, yeah, set the ME conduit right there. And then over here we should, actually I think I'm going to do the same thing over here with this one. And that's just to make running the cabling just a little bit easier. So once again, I'm going to use 3 export buses. Up here, I don't think it'll be totally necessary to have all 3 of them, but you know, whatever. Better to have more than you need than not enough. So on these export buses, and I realize I didn't lay down the last one up there. Actually, I did. Never mind. On the export buses, I need 2 capacity cards and 2 acceleration cards for each one. And that's just so that I have all of these inventory options, and then to speed things up, the acceleration cards will just speed things up. I know I can get through there. Okay, so here I'm doing the same thing. Capacity cards and then acceleration cards. And then let's go ahead and run this up. Right here I will be using an ME conduit. Whoops, I did not mean to put that there. You know what? I don't even care. It can be there. It's not hurting anything. It's just not going to be being used. Actually, I could totally use that. I think I am. Because what I can do is I can run this across. So I'm going to need more of the ME conduit, but I can definitely use this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this across because I need to have import buses over on my modular storage units on the other side to basically gather all of the items. So what I'm going to do real fast is I'm going to head back to my main base, or my old base rather, to get some more of the ME conduit, not the dense ME conduit, but just the regular ME conduit. And once I have more of that, I will be right back. And here I am. I'm back. I have all of the ME conduit ran beneath the pulverizers and the redstone furnaces above. So the next thing I need to do is simply put covered cable and then an import bus. so that we can get the items back into the applied energistic system. And then on the import bus, I'm going to attach 4 acceleration cards on both of these guys so that we have enough throughput to get everything done. So there we go. The next step of this is I actually need to get power into these lines, and I need to get the applied energistics conduit all hooked up to the actual system out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this out real fast, and then actually what I need to do is I need to run this covered cable further. I do not need to upgrade it actually, so what I'm going to do is you know what, for right now I'm just going to run it like this. I don't even care. In the future I will probably spruce this up and I will probably upgrade this conduit, but for right now it's completely okay being like this. Unfortunately I ran way past where I need to run, and because I don't have a bunch of excess with me, I'm going to rip this out and I'm going to put it where I actually need it. Actually, I need what? I want to run it right here, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run ME conduit, this ME conduit across the room like this. That way I can put it in the floor because I have these facades here with me that will blend in with the floor. So I'm just going to run it like so. And once I connect it up, it should all connect to the main system. And then also I can run my power cabling that way. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, I know what I need to do. I can just do that. So now I need to grab the ME conduit and we can put it right. I might need to fly for this. And actually, because I might be short on this, I'm going to replace that particular block with a regular covered cable because it'll be out of sight no matter what. And then I'm going to go ahead and run the rest of this as ME conduit. I'm not sure if I have enough, to be honest. It's going to be tight. Okay, that's cool. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to X that connection. So now I think I need to get the connection run up. But before I do that, I'm actually going to run my power. And for my power, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it from right here, and I'm going to use this enter energy conduit. And what we're going to do is we're going to run this across, and then we can just simply use the same block space as the ME conduit right there. So you know what? I have decided, because I really need to, I need to get rid of this block right here, and I need to actually make it ME conduit. Unfortunately, my resource saving measures could not play out the way I wanted. So let's hook this up. So actually it'd be easier if I did it this way. Now I should have power to these machines up here, and as you can see, they are getting power. Fantastic. The next thing I need to do is I need to find a way to get this cabling up. And to be honest, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it, say, like right here. This is not going to be the most elegant solution, but it will definitely work, so whatever. I do not want that connection to exist. Also, I need more ME conduit again. Let's see if I can make some over here, and if I can't, I can just run over to my old base real fast. It won't take but just a minute. Do I have the stuff? I don't have the stuff. You know what? I'm just going to run over here real fast. This won't take but just a minute here. And I probably don't need... I definitely don't need any more than that. So that is fantastic. Also, how I'm making the facades is I'm using a painting machine. It's real simple. You just have a stone or whatever you want to paint your facades as right here, and then you take your unpainted facades, you plop them in here, and then it paints them. So that's how I'm getting these facades, and these facades will be nice to make things look look good in the end. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. Anyways, back to business. I just need to run this cabling right here. Let's... Oh, did I not punch a hole? I need to do that. Actually, it'd probably be easier if I did it from above, like that. There we go. So now these machines up here should be getting power. As you can see, that is accurate. So the next thing I want to do is I actually need to... Well, I need to do a couple things. The first thing I should probably do is set up this pulverizer right here. I need to set up the export buses. So I actually need to go grab a bunch of stuff that will need pulverized. So because my void ore miner has been running for something like 14 hours, I should be able to have, I should have everything that I need to be pulverized, and it should be in the system and ready to go. So let me just dump most of this stuff. I still need the facades. I don't think I need anything else, at least not off the top of my head. I might need some stone, so might as well grab some stone while I'm here. And then what I need to do is I need to look up ores. And let's sort this by most. We're going to do aluminum. I'm not going to do electrotine, iron. I'm not going to pulverize black quartz ore. I think I'm just going to smelt that directly. Tin ore, nether quartz ore, redstone ore, lead ore, copper ore, lithium ore, silver. I'm not going to do iridium right now. I might do that in the future. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. Whatever. I already got silver. Silver, iridium. I need lapis. Boron. I'm going to just smelt draconium ore directly. Boron. Gold, definitely. Nickel. Diamond, obviously. Certus, obviously. Yellowite, obviously. Platinum. Emerald. And charged Certus. I think that's all the stuff I will need to be pulverized. At least for right now. If there's anything I need to add in the future, it'll be really, really easy to do so. It won't be an issue at all. So once I start adding these things, it should start going. First off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add iron to each one of the export buses. You know what? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to do this in order. So aluminum, iron, tin, nether quartz, redstone, lead, copper, lithium, and silver. And then, okay, so we start off after silver, iridium, lapis, boron, gold, charged, emerald, platinum, yellowite, certus. Okay, so now I have diamond and nickel as the last two. Diamond and nickel. So it says these devices are online, so I'm not sure why none of these pulverizers are getting anything quite yet. Let me check something, because they really should. Unless nothing is flowing into here yet, which it is. Okay, so did I set this up wrong? No, I might have just forgotten. So I need to grab some item conduit. And actually I want to block that up while I am thinking about it. Because apparently, maybe I got my connections back mixed up. Or maybe I just got rid of my connections. Oh, I know what it is. Is when I moved my modular storage units, I did not reset up the item conduit. And I think that's what's going on here. Let's see if I have any over here. I don't really think I do. Cool. So I should only need 2, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and grab an entire stack just because I can. In addition to that, because I know I have my export buses set up, I'm going to manually put in these stacks into these machines here. A, to make sure that I can pulverize everything that I'm telling the system to pulverize, and B, to get everything ready for my redstone furnaces above. And there are a few things that, and because I'm running out of pulverizers, I don't want to stick certain things in because, okay, so I have everything I need. Fantastic. I do have enough pulverizers. I was just getting worried that I was going to run out. I think I have one that's not being used down here at the very end. Fantastic. So all these pulverizers are going. Everything looks good. These pulverizers use 20 RF per tick, which is less than it's much less than my conduit can handle. Right now my conduit can handle, I think, 20,000 RF per tick. So I should not be overtaxing the conduit at all, so that's pretty fantastic. I need to reset up this item conduit right here, and I need to extract always on, and then that should be good to go. Okay, so upstairs I need to do kind of the same thing with the redstone furnaces, but I need to do this with the pulverized things that I need to smelt. So let's look at our dust here. Let's see what we have. Okay, let's look up pulverized. So obviously we'll need to do iron, aluminum, gold, tin, iridium, silver, lead, platinum, copper, nickel. Okay, let's call this good for right now. Let's look up a few more things I need to just straight up pulverize. You know what? Did I do coal ore? I think I might have missed coal. So I'm going to grab that for the pulverizers. And then, like I said, there are a few... Oh, I also missed glowstone because that needs pulverized. So, okay, so I'm looking for the black quartz ore. I know it's around here somewhere. There's black quartz. I need to smelt that down. And then there's something else. I don't remember what it was. Maybe I should just type in ore. Did I do thorium? I'm going to grab thorium because I might have missed that as well. Apparently I'm not super sharp right now. Draconium is the other thing I was going to straight up smelt. Okay, cool. I think I have everything. And if I missed anything, like I said, I can come back and adjust this in the future. Not a problem. It's really easy to do. The export buses are really, really available. So, let's see, did I do thorium? I don't see thorium, and I do not want to do thorium. I just remembered thorium is being directly processed by a separate entity. So, no thorium. Okay, so I want to smelt these directly. Glowstone and coal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I missed coal. That's okay. Obviously got it fixed now. So now what I need to do is I need to set up these export buses. So this is pretty simple. Oh, where did I stop? Let's redo this because I was not paying close enough attention to where I stopped or where I got to. Okay, so lead is the last one. Silver, and then I need to do the direct. Okay, I think that's everything I need. Okay, so the last step in building this system... Oh, I forgot to... Not quite the last step. I still need to do the item conduit for this guy. Because I never reset that up. Extract always on. Okay, so let's go ahead and go up there and check that at least one of the furnaces is operating. Okay, fantastic. Looks like everything's good to go. The last step in this whole thing is I want to clean stuff up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these facades everywhere, and that'll just clean everything up. So I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera. It's going to take a few minutes to get this done, and once I have all of the facades placed where I want them, I will be right back. And I'm back. Everything looks good. Everything is running. All the redstone furnaces appear to be running. All the pulverizers appear to be running. So I am extremely happy with how this turned out. And it's a pretty simple build to expand if I need to in the future, which I definitely will. But anyways, I think this is a good wrapping up point. So in today's episode, I set up some automatic ore pulverizing for my new base here. Downstairs I have some pulverizers, up here I have redstone furnaces, and this will be an easily expandable system, and it should definitely be able to handle everything I can throw at least for right now. So if you liked today's episode, definitely give it a like. If you like watching automation in modded Minecraft, definitely consider subscribing to my channel, as that's kind of what I do. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.